is white. The Falcons nail it. No!
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in?
Lynch sets back.
Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown.
And board
Back out in front. A shot and a score.
into the zone. They're right on the post side.
Down, they've got it.
The way the opportunity.
Comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot.
Coming out is white. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in?
Lynch sets back.
Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown.
And board
Back out in front. A shot and a score.
into the zone. They're right on the post side.
Down, they've got it.
The way the opportunity.
Comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot.
Coming out is white. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in?
Lynch sets back.
Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown.
And board
Back out in front. A shot and a score.
into the zone. They're right on the post side.
Down, they've got it.
The way the opportunity.
Comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot.
Coming out is white. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in?
Lynch sets back.
Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown.
And board
Back out in front. A shot and a score.
into the zone. They're right on the post side.
Down, they've got it.
The way the opportunity.
Comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot.
Coming out is white. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in?
Lynch sets back.
Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown.
And board
Back out in front. A shot and a score.
into the zone. They're right on the post side.
Down, they've got it.
The way the opportunity.
Comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot.
Coming out is white. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in?
Lynch sets back.
Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown.
And board
Back out in front. A shot and a score.
into the zone. They're right on the post side.
Down, they've got it.
The way the opportunity.
Comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot.
Coming out out is white. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal!
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boys back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is white. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boys back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is white. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boys back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is white. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boys back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is white. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boys back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is white. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boys back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal!
Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn or something.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn or something.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn or something.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn or something.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn or something.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn or something.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nil. Another shot on goal!
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn,
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nil. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
you know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn,
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nil. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got
From legendary Adelaide Arena in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, it is once again hockey time in Northeast Pack as the U14 Saints take on the New Jersey Rockets. Matos alongside Brady Kutu, and the New Jersey Rockets, their first opportunity, they're going to see the ices. There's been a little bit of interesting stories with Adelaide Arena over the past 24 hours. Had a glass pane pop out on us yesterday, had some ice issues last night, and here we go this morning or afternoon now, finally, and so far at least no problems so far today.
Knock on wood.
Right, knock on wood. Carson Mertz will get the start in net tonight, or this afternoon, for the Saints. It will be Max Brodeur in net for the New Jersey Rockets. And if you think the name sounds familiar to New Jersey, you are correct. That is Marty Brodeur's son. So the 52 of Max Brodeur in a New Jersey uniform gets things started in net for the Rockets. Will Bent at the face-off circle for the Saints against the 88 of Benjamin Marcolini, and it's down and underway in the first period. Saints in the traditional home whites with the red, white, and blue trimmings, and the Rockets wearing a solid black, actually their practice jerseys, as they're still waiting on their new game uniforms to come in and starting the Northeast Pack season. As that one will be stopped by Mertz along the backside boards, cleared out up to the blue line, opportunity across, looking for Pertowski. And he'll be skated all the way back. Dylan Dean. And a streaking attempt there. And Dean had that one kicked out by Brodeur.
Great low right pad save by Brodeur, pushing it away.
Loops around to the opposite side. Chance Adams. Adams pushes that one into the corner. Will be peeled away for a moment by the 6 of Nico Ciardello. And down for icing and a stoppage of play. All right, St. Sam's Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network, brought to you by Stanley Tree. Employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information. And by Hampton Hockey Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. Face-off from Chance Adams. Won by him and then taken away. That one's going to kick off the boards. It's going to come all the way down. Mertz will just go ahead and stop that one. So we'll get a stoppage of play and a face-off to the right side of Carson Mertz. They have been platooning goalies with him and Dallin McKinster. And McKinster played yesterday and well played in net by McKinster. Caleb Rumpf, who's had quite a weekend for himself, right across for Anthony Catallo. Comes right back in front again for Chance Adams, and that one is saved by Brodeur. And there goes the Mount offense starting to click in a little bit as Catallo, Rumpf, and Adams had a run, as that one's going to pop into the Mount bench and we get a stoppage of play.
The Mount offense has looked really, really good so far, pressuring early Brodeur and the rest of the defense. And likewise for the Rockets too. They've gotten some early chances on Mertz.
Not as high-powered or pressured as the shots that have been coming out of Mount. They really kind of just skittered in on Mertz. Easy saves from Peter Nicoletta and Matt Crayer collide at the line. Hernandez high and wide. That one's going to bounce all the way back down. They're going to say no icing as it was deflected on its way. Nicoletta will chase it all the way down, picked up by him, carried it around the outside boards. Underneath our broadcast position, near side bench, a split bench here in the old-fashioned barn of Adelaide Arena. As the Rockets take this one in the zone defensively, cleared back out, tapped off of Farrell and down for Mertz and a stoppage of play. Little ticky-tacky start from both sides, kind of back and forth. Teams getting good shots off, but also a lot of just clear the zone play, not a lot of progressive play yet. For the 20 of Brody Berard. As that one gets poked along. On the far side boards, 10 is Aiden Grishpun in the black for the New Jersey Rockets as he chases that one behind. Grishpun in the 12 of Max Juno racing for it. This one comes the other way on the stick of the 13 of Afganov. Afganov goes to the bench on a minor line change as Berard tries to work it along with Catallo. Catallo sent that one across, wide and firing, and it hit the backside boards, and then the backside of the net was a huge shot from Ryder Kinsler. Berard streaks one. That one goes off of the boards once again and hits the backside of the net. Looped around and carried down through by Marcolini. Marcolini sent it around the backside boards. Errant play there, but a good opportunity for Ciardello. He's going to pick that one up. Runs into 4 black jerseys in front of him. Now fights for it again. Tapped right at the blue line. Kept in. No, they're going to say offsides. Wyatt Britton could not control the play.
Early on, seeing a balanced offensive tack from Mount, taking their time and yet using the breakaways to their advantage.
Dylan Dean won the faceoff there, had it taken off of him. Britton was able to chase it in the backside. Ciardello off of the side boards, taken away once again, trying to spin with it is Marcolini, and he ran into Herzkov, and that one is spun back for Mount. Dean bent right in the center. That one gets put back into the neutral zone for Callahan. Britton into the backside corner. pulled out, and a nifty little move around by Tardello. Tries to get that one across. Slot for Dylan Dean. Couldn't connect. May have gotten deflected in the middle. Callahan. Potter spins around. Gets bumped off of the play from the 36 of Ryan Serlin. Into the boards goes Callahan. Tardello and Callahan in a bit of a rugby scrum down there in the corner with Sean Hughes and Marcolini. For Potter, winds, fires in the save by Brodeur.
Not much of a physical game we've seen from Mount the last week or so, but I like their offensive tech, and I like how they're winning the pucks back in the neutral zone, sending it, getting a head start early, sending up the offense. They're winning the puck on the defensive side, too.
Yeah, definitely a difference between these two sides. We've seen the 14s playing a very technical game, and then you see the 18s play a very physical game. And we'll see that in the 2 o'clock game as the U18s take on the New Jersey Rockets as well. And we close off weekend number 1 of Northeast Pack play. The 15s and 16s on the road today in Massachusetts. They will be back here next weekend, and then they will have their Northeast Pack play at Adelard October 1st and 2nd. And we'll have those games for you right here on Fans Only Sports Network. Is right at the line, and they're going to say it's in for a goal. Ryan Murray sticks that one behind, and the Rockets out to an early 1-0 lead. Now we'll see if the 14s can rebound the way the 18s did last night, going down early and then immediately tying it back up in the first period before rolling off to a 5-2 victory. Or 6-2, my apologies. At the point where we are on game number 5 of the weekend, they all start to blur together. Hernandez pushed along and a hand pass called as Desidero was trying to work it along the side boards for the Rockets. And it'll be a face-off that will come just outside of the blue line.
You go back to that goal. I mean, it was just an outnumbered situation, really. Mertz makes a save on one side, goes back in on the other. Just good offense early from the New Jersey Rockets.
Max Monroe works with Matt Crayer. That one pops into the Mount bench. We'll get a face-off on the opposite side of the same blue line where we were. And they'll get a fresh piece of rubber from the penalty boxes. That one may have... They're still looking for it on the bench. I think it went down the tunnel way.
Went all the way down the tunnel. You don't see that too often.
Now they're looking for it. Oh, now they found it. It was over in the corner. It was over in the corner by Kinsler, by McKinster. They were like looking. All of a sudden, Dallin McKinster comes up with it down over in his corner. Puck cycles around the backside boards. Has continued to be pushed along by the 19 of Bienstock. For Jamie Glantz. Glantz, nifty little toe drag, and then that one gets slotted out into the side. Glantz still trying to work at it as he moves along with the 12 of Crayer. Pops back for Monroe. Monroe will push it along the boards right in front of his bench area. Puck died for a second, picked up by the Rockets, shot and a score. It's Ryan Serlin with the goal, and it's 2-0 Rockets.
It's just a great wrister there.
You're off by 10 seconds.
Nothing you could really do about that. Mertz just got beat on his right glove side.
So a 2-0 lead for the Rockets here as Mount tries to climb back into this one here. Still 9 minutes left to go in the first period. Gannon, Britton, for Afganov in the center. Gets spun off of the puck by the 36 of Serlin, who just scored that last goal. Caleb Rumpf in the corner for Ryder Kinsler. Kinsler will move that one along. Gannon trying to clear out of the zone. Can't get it. They switch back the other way. There's a 1-1-3 high press from the Rockets, and it's working. It's almost trap-style hockey of the old 90s. They're playing like the New Jersey Devils in the Stanley Cups. That neutral zone trap hockey.
Oh, yeah.
Face-off to come. One by the Saints. Chardiello tried to get it on his stick as it spun off from Dylan Dean. Bent had that pop over top. Callahan has to chase it back in the neutral zone. Callahan goes through, flicks that one up alongside of the boards. It will be sent all the way around. Nicoletta back at the blue line. There's a scrum right along the boards as Bent tries to work on it. Chardiello is right there. Dylan Dean's going to be third man in. Puck's going to finally pop free. Back into the mess again. Nicoletta fires. Redirect. Chardiello trying to get it. Dean from no man's end. Shot. Score! It's one back on the opposite side from Will Bent. And the Saints are on the board at 2-1.
They needed that, didn't they? I mean, we all knew that was coming, just the way that they've constantly pressured in the offensive zone. Great start here for the Saints.
Will Bent's going to get the goal. Chardiello and the 14 of Dylan Dean get the assists. And it's 2-1. And that certainly starts to set your emotions in check a little bit more, that you've got one on the board, and now Brodeur has to make a quick save as pounding down right on top of him was the 22 of Catallo. Chance Adams on the face-off, pops out into the corner. Catallo is trying to chase for it. Gets picked up instead, slotted back in the neutral zone. Berard was able to intercept the pass. Berard gets shoved all the way into the backside of his zone by Grinchman. Grinchman now works with that along the side boards. Looking for Kotelnikov, could not connect. Caleb Rumpf gets it and headed the other way with Catallo. Rumpf sent that one across. A little out of the reach of Catallo. Hit the crossbar from Caleb Rumpf. Monroe. Cross ice pass for Kinsler. Kinsler will run to the corner. Pushes it around. Was looking to outlet to the blue line. That's going to go all the way down, icing and a stoppage of play with 6:25 remaining.
The offensive attack remains evident for Mount St. Charles, pressuring Brodeur early. Battles going on in the neutral zone as well. I really think whoever controls the neutral zone, whoever wins the neutral zone is going to win this game.
Still early on, still just the first period of play, so a lot that can be developed as this one goes on. It's pushed out of the zone by Serlin. Dumped down at the blue line, recollected by Marcolini on Mertz, and he makes the save. And this is, I think, starting to develop into what we call a gut check game. Mount's had success through the first 4 games of the season, and you kind of wonder, when is that game going to come where it's going to check your emotions and check how you want to play. You got to get those games that gut check you, and so far here in the first period. This is stacking up to be one of those gut check games. Adversity will make you a stronger hockey player.
Absolutely.
You can stick that one on the boards in your locker room. Hernandez pushes that one across the line, and Kinsler was offside, and so we get a stoppage of play. Faceoff just outside of the Mount offensive blue line as it gets shoved all the way down the ice, chased into the backside boards. Gannon gets flicked up along those boards by Jason Juneau. For Gannon. Back for Nicoletta. Pushed along, offside hand pass called. Could have called offside too, but they're going to call the hand pass between Nicoletta and Gannon. Britton dumps that in as Mount goes for a minor line change. Back for Britton again. Will Bent on the ice. Britton sent one all the way along. Nicoletta pushes it back into the zone for Adams. Intercepted by Bent, and he fires one. That's saved by Brodeur.
Ben and Nicoletta have been really active early on. Feeding the puck in, just putting the puck on net.
They've got the score line back on the ice. Bent scored the goal. Now with Chardiello and the 14 of Dylan Dean, who got the assists on that Will Bent goal. See if they can develop number 2 here. With 4:43 left to go in the first. Nicoletta getting shoved on the boards right in front of the Rockets bench. Chardiello had that one tap up off of his stick. Britton trying to go for it. Marcolini along the backside boards. Pushed out of the zone. Dylan Dean's going to overstep that one. Serlin had it on his stick. Dean took it away. Here goes Will Bent. Bent streaking back, throws one in, and a save made. Well, Will Bent woke up and had his Wheaties this morning because he's so far in the first 12 minutes of this period been pretty much on form for what we see out of him.
So far. Constantly putting the puck on net. Doing everything you want your centerman to do.
Has the goal on the game for the Saints. As this one gets pushed across the blue line. Controlled by Desidero on Mertz. That one sent aside. Backside boards. Desidero gets dumped down. No call from the referees there. To the delight of the Mount faithful. Pang fired one in. Rugby scrum in the corner. Pulled out, now carried along by Caleb Rumpf. Switches sides for Catallo. Catallo comes across. 22 bumps 22 as Sean Hughes ran into the side of Anthony Catallo. Berard lost the handle on his stick for a second, but was able to deflect it down. They're going to say no icing. We continue on play. Max Monroe all the way down. That will not be icing as well. We continue on play, and Hernandez over skates and allows it to kick through. Crayer will work this one along the boards with Hernandez. Hernandez gives space to Crayer on a little bit of a pick. Crayer fires one right at the post, and it's stuck out for a juicy rebound, and then is clicked up into the netting and out of play. University of Rhode Island men's ice hockey returns on September 30th with a game against Oswego State. All 18 home games from Boss Ice Arena available right here on fansonlysports.com. Go to fansonlysports.com, click on the University of Rhode Island logo, and buy your season live stream pass today. A quest for the ESCHL playoffs once again. Rhode Island Rams went to the semifinals last year before they unfortunately fell in the semifinals, hoping to maybe do better this year and win the whole thing and get to the ACHA National Championships, which are in Boston this year. Ooh. So a quote-unquote home game, so to speak, if you're Rhode Island, as they will, they'll try to quest to get there. I'm sure Bryant and PC and Roger Williams would like to find themselves in Boston as well at the end of March. Long time until long time from September 30th to the end of March when ACHA tournament comes around. Glance on the faceoff after the save by Brodeur from the shot from Crayer. As Monroe taps that across to Berard, flicks this one all the way down off of the backside boards. Moved along by the 19 in black of Bienstock. Crayer tries to pressure Kotelnikov along the side boards. Once again for Bienstock. Can only get it as far as the blue line. That was kept in by the 17 of Jamie Glantz for Christian Hernandez. He was stick tapping to the ice, calling for it. Monroe ties up along the side with Kotelnikov. Puck is still bouncing around. It is dumped in by Crayer, and Mount's going to make a minor line change. Kotelnikov carries into the zone for the Rockets. Ooh. And gets thrown into the boards by Monroe. Around the backside zone defensively now for the Rockets. Carried out here by the 19 of Bienstock. Kicked away by Mertz. Back to the blue line once again. It's pushed by Ferreira. Scoots out past Hughes. Logan Ferreira has to come back to scoop that one up. Mount completes its line change. So now 5 fresh skaters on the ice. Catello, shot, deflected, and almost was redirected by Gannon in midair. Circles around the backside. Gannon's going to pick this one up right in front of the blue line. Kinsler's right there. Catello hits into the side boards. Puck comes all the way back. It is caught in the neutral zone by Serlin. Serlin gets it onto Pereira. Bent is going to whack that one away from Marcolini as we're inside of the last minute to go in the first period. Going down to the ice was Britton. No call from the referees. Slotted across for Chardiello. For Bent. Bent has to circle back. Now he's got open space for Wyatt Britton on the other side. Britton tried to fire and it hit Sean Hughes. For Britton again. Serlin got left in open space. He's chased back by Ryder Kinsler. Good defensive stop from Kinsler, and Chardiello back in the zone. Britton whacked that away. Dean will spin it around, holds for a second. Serlin was coming right on Dean and hits Dean. No call from the referees. And we get a whistle and a stoppage of play. A faceoff will come right at center ice with about 6 seconds left to go in this period. Be a short intermission in between the first and second. We'll take about a minute and a half break and talk things over, and then we'll play the second period. It's 2-1 after 1. Sorry about that. We'll fix that for you. It's 2-1 after 1. Saints over the Rockets. You're watching RI Saints Hems Hockey on fansonlysports.com.
Pharmaceutical company Prevacus says their new concussion medication Prevacol helps repair nerves and promote cell growth.
We can get the drug in the brain in less than 5 minutes. And our plan is when we get that diagnosis on the field of play, give the drug nasally, get it in the brain quickly. When it gets in the brain, it actually gets into the nucleus of your brain cells, and it reduces swelling, inflammation, and oxidative stress at the same time.
When Jake and I first talked about this many years ago, one of my first questions was, will this help me? And he goes, no, this is for treatment immediately when a concussion or you think a concussion has occurred.
Yeah.
the acute problems that exist later on in life. If we can take care of these at an early age and start getting some of these things to our children and grandchildren, and I think we can make this game, our game, football, a safer place.
And so the whole goal is we're trying to make the game safer. And so Odyssey and this drug, we believe, can be a game changer in so many different ways. Yes, on the football field, in the game of football, because that's where my passion lies, but also in the game of life.
As we welcome you back and get set for a second period action here on Fans Only Sports Network, 2-1 Rockets over the Saints after one. Saints getting a goal from Will Bent in the standard of play, and we are down and underway on the second period. Thanks for tuning in today here on fansonlysports.com. All right, St. Sim's Hockey on Fans Only Sports is brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee-owned and operated. Visit stanleytree.com for more information, and by Hampton Hockey Center, Connecticut's pro hockey shop, all the way down for icing. And so we'll get a face-off down to the left side of Carson Mertz. Got to catch myself sometimes between these teams when you call Carson Mertz the goaltender in this game. We'll see Noah Mertz later on in the next game.
Are they brothers?
Yeah. Oh, this is hockey families. This is hockey families.
I don't know if they were cousins or something.
In Rhode Island, yeah, you get brothers, you get cousins, you get all of that in Rhode Island. But yeah, you'll see that one happen. So yeah, you get Carson Mertz in this game, you'll get Noah Mertz in the next game. You get Matt Crayer in this game. The 15s and 16s are not here this weekend, but if we had them here, you would get Matt Crayer in one game and then Dylan Crayer in the next game. So it's you see that happen throughout. It's just welcome to hockey in New England. It's just everybody plays. It's a family sport.
Oh yeah.
That's like do a Bishop Hendricken game and you say Mike Sosha and people will go, are you talking about the coach or the player? Mike and Mikey. We just call him Mikey. Yeah. So we call him Mikey, his son who plays on the team. We'll call him Mikey Sosha.
There you go.
Just so we can differentiate between the two sometimes. Looped around on the backside boards as the Saints are trying to clear this one out of the zone. Serlin right in front. Gannon is going to have this one come up looking on a slot pass for Afganov. Back. Mertz thought he was going to get icing or at least an offside, and that one wasn't called by either way. Kinsler shoves the opposite number 9 of Ferrara into the boards. Bouncing puck deflected off of a stick of traffic inside. Went up over top of Mertz and panged the glass behind. Mertz sticks that one away on another shot from Ryan Serlin. I think Ryan Serlin has about half of the Rockets' shots, including one of the two Rockets' goals.
Yeah, he's been their main man offensively so far.
Just kept in the blue line there by the 24 of Herksov. And that is Alex Herksov. And he sends that one all the way down, looking craftfully for Desidero. And Desidero has that one flicked up. Glantz and Nicoletta along the side boards pulled out. They spin that one around wide of the cage on the initial shot from Schlettweg. And then it comes right back out in front. Mertz makes the save. And yeah, we kind of just mentioned this about Serlin, and you could almost say it seems like this Rockets offense, at least on this line, runs through Serlin and Desidero.
It seems that way, especially Serlin, who again has the goal and the majority of the shots for this Rockets squad. And on the other side, it's been Will Bent and Caserla for the Saints, who have really applied most of the pressure.
Yeah, that Bent Dean Chartiello line is really sort of like it's one. Catalo kind of comes in a little bit on that second line along with Caleb Rumpf, but you go back and you look at those first 4 games of the season, it's been Dean, it's been Bent, it's been Chartiello, it's been Caleb Rumpf that have had a huge batch of the goals, and then you've had Catalo, Crayer, Hernandez, Gannon, Glantz have kind of all thrown ones in. But Dylan Dean a hat trick yesterday. And I think he's sitting on 5 goals for the weekend.
Wow.
Chartiello is sitting on 4. Caleb Rumpf sitting on 4. Hernandez sitting on 3, I believe, on the weekend. Gannon has a couple. Glantz has a couple. Crayer has a couple. I mean, the amount of goals also, and we're talking about just this weekend.
Yeah.
We're talking about Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
So the amount of goals that these guys scored this weekend is there again. Winding up for one was Dylan Dean. Dylan Dean headhunting once more as that one goes up over top of the crossbar area and hits the glass on the Zamboni doors. Callahan, Bent, Dean on the ice right now along with Potter and Chartiello. Tapped back at the blue line for Farrell. Bounces up off of Dean. Farrell tried to control it. Chartiello came down with it. Hard shot and a waffle board save by Brodeur. Bent at the Mount bench. Holds it. Losing an edge was Berard. Delayed penalty called on the Rockets as Mertz goes to the bench. 6 skaters on, and now that one's just going to get whistled, and a stoppage of play will call the penalty. Tripping will be the call. And it's on the 55 of Matt Petrowski. So Petrowski's going to go in the box. 2 minutes for tripping. And Mount's going to get a power play for the first time today.
Great opportunity to tie the game right here.
Callahan along with Hernandez along the blue line. Hernandez threw one right in, and that's kicked away. Comes all the way back down the ice. Callahan picks that one up. Callahan and Hernandez, along with Chance Adams, on the ice with Catalo and the 13 of Afganov to start this power play unit 1 for the Saints. Back to Callahan at the blue line, had an alleyway for a second, didn't pull the trigger for Afganov in the corner. Flicked that one right on the cage. Brodeur had to stick it aside. Hernandez tried to keep it in the zone. Does for a moment before it's poked away. Guess who? It's Serlin. Serlin throws a Mount player into the boards. That was the 18 of Callahan. No call from the referees. Hernandez in the middle for Jamie Glantz. Glantz has a couple of power play goals on the weekend for Callahan. Over to Dylan Dean. Dean dropped up for Crayer. Matt Crayer went to pull the trigger, and he was blocked by the 24 of Herzog. Dean from distance had that one go into a body. That was the 88 of Marcolini in his way. Crayer cycles it around right on the backside. Pops up along the dashers of the Zamboni doors. Glantz for the 2 of Will Bent. Came back across, and there was a little bit of an open space for Glantz if it got to him quicker. Bent looking to pull the trigger. Bent does. Waffle boarded once again by Brodeur, and then he stamps on it as Dylan Dean was knocking on the door.
Yes, that was just a great penalty kill. We got 10 seconds left of the power play. If Ben took a little bit off that pass, the entire right side of the goal was open. That might be an opportunity they look back on.
Nobody's got the whole, it's so funny, and I'm going to date myself for a second. Nobody has the holes in the blocker anymore, so it doesn't look like a waffle anymore. You got to go back to when, well, Max Brodeur's father, Marty Brodeur, was beginning his career, and the blockers that goalies used to use, and they had kind of like little air holes in it, and they were all brown pads at the time that they were all wearing. It looked like a waffle, and hence where we got the term waffle board from. Dating myself to how long I've been calling hockey. Cycled around the backside boards. Hernandez is going to pick this one up. Penalty is expired. We're back to 5-a-side hockey as we play along here with 8:25 left to go in the period. Right in front, and an opportunity, as that was Chance Adams sitting on the doorstep along with Christian Hernandez. Couldn't put it home. Two Mount players get run into the boards. Coming the other way, saved by Mertz as he popped it off of his stick into his glove on the attempt from Jason Juneau.
That was an odd man advantage that was played absolutely perfectly by Mount. Defender stayed home. Mertz with the great low side save.
Catallo starts this one back as he goes down with Caleb Rump. Chance Adams on that backside line, along with the 11 of Max Monroe. Eventually, they will fix his jersey, and he will no longer be Onro.
Onro.
He's had the M missing on his jersey for like 2 weeks now. Mertz kicks that one away as it's stuffed right from him, goes the other direction, and then stuffs that one into his glove in a stoppage of play. I mentioned the Rockets wearing their practice jerseys, still waiting for their brand new threads of the 22-23 season to come in.
Consider their practice jerseys, they're actually really nice.
They are slick, at least. I mean, that all black look kind of has like a thing, you know.
I like it.
See how it goes. Dylan Dean picks that one for Will Bent. Bent takes that one down the ice, drop back looking for Berard, and that gets poked off of his stick. Bent is going to intercept that one in the neutral zone. Back for Dean once again. Poked it through, was looking for Chardiello. Callahan, Dean, whacked away by Ferrara, and that one's going to go bouncing into the backside corner. Berard pokes it away, trying to overlap as Bent. Bent got tied up with Marcolini. 6.5 left to go here in the second. Callahan looping around the backside. Chardiello trying to keep it at the blue line was Cody Berard, and that went all the way down. Berard. No icing called.
Surprised by that.
Right in front, Crayer pulled the trigger and it slid away from him. Comes back out for Hernandez, right in front for Glantz, and that one is sticked aside by Brodeur. Crayer once again. Potter at the blue line. They go for Potter. Back to Crayer once again. Back across. Hernandez pulled the trigger, and that one's boarded aside. Slides back out, and the Rockets will clear the zone only as far as the backside blue line for Potter. Rockets on a line change. Mount able to recollect. Crayer Slotted across for Glance. Hernandez calling for it. He was open in space.
Potter was as well.
Potter a little bit farther back at the blue line. That one came across, and this time Glance pulled the trigger. Now we're going to get an icing call and a stoppage of play with 5:11 to go. All right, St. Thames Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network, brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee-owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information, and by Hampton Hockey Centers, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. Face-off won by the Saints. Cycled around. Nicoletta standing at the blue line in wide open space. If they can get it to him, they slot through the center instead, and it gets poked off of the stick of Chance Adams. Wyatt Britton will chase this one all the way down. Britton in a little bit of traffic. Flicked back on, and Mertz will kick it away. No one in front of the 23 of Caleb Rumpf. Now he has Catalo to work with. Rumpf, Catalo, and that one's kicked aside by Brodeur into the net. Catalo and Rumpf were right there.
Great one-touch pass by Caleb Rumpf. I mean, Max Brodeur has been on his game today.
Max Monroe, who plays for the Saints, will take that one at the blue line. Sent all the way back in, trying to peel it out on the backside boards is Afganov. Afganov and Gannon fight along the side boards for the Saints as it's pulled away by the 17 in black of Kotelnikov. For Monroe once again. In the neutral zone, Crayer will recollect that one and send it back in. Crayer pushes it along. Berard bent out there in the neutral zone area again, and will go the Rockets. And all the way down on Mertz as they had nothing going. Grinchpan was left alone to just track through 3 white jerseys. Saw that play developed, called the neutral zone play before it even began.
Yeah.
And Grinchpan was just left alone. There's nothing you were going to do in that situation, unfortunately. 3:40 left to go as that one's going to scoot across the blue line. Hughes could not contain it, and so it will drop back the Rockets to recollect. Bent. Looking for number 2, and he fires that one, and it's kicked aside by Brodeur. Dean for Callahan. Callahan scoots back in. Looking for a drop pass for Dean. Callahan got tied up and dumped, and no call. Dylan Dean from distance, and Brodeur saw that one through.
Good save by Brodeur. Even a really good shot from Dylan Dean. You mentioned he's got 5 goals, you said, this weekend?
5 goals on the weekend for Dylan Dean. Scored 2 on Friday, scored a hat trick yesterday. 5 goals on the weekend for Dean. I want to say, and I'm going to have to check with head coach Frank O'Connor on that one, I think he's at 9 or 10 for the season already. And we're 4 games into the season.
I think that's why, like, when all's said and done, this team is going to go very far. Because as good as that top line has been, it's been the guys like Christian Hernandez, Matt Crayer, the second and the third and the fourth liners that have really been stepping up.
Yeah, Caleb Rumpf is on 4 goals on the weekend. I think he's on 6 or 7 for the season already. So, yeah, this whole front side of the team really, and I mean, it's whether it's line 1, line 2, or then the pieces of line 3. Joe Gannon has 3 or 4 goals on the season already himself on that 4th line right wing. So this whole offense for this 14 side is super strong this year for Mount. Still a long season to go.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We're in game number 4. Let's, see where these guys stand in game number 60. Right in front, that one poked up along the side post from the 17 of Glantz, and then a return shot from Hernandez is breadbasketed by Brodeur. Back for Potter. Sent around the backside boards. Looking for Catallo. Comes back out for Braden. Fired one, and that one smacked the stick of Brodeur. Dean. Catallo and Bent along the corner. Britton had it bounce up and comes back into the neutral zone. There is a lot of snow in front of the door to that Mount St. Charles bench. With 1:25 left to go here in the second, they're going to be very happy to go down the tunnel to the locker rooms and get this ice reservice coming the other way. Wicked shot went wide as it came sliding off the 10 of Grinchman. I don't think he got full handle on that. Bent for Grinchman. That puck's going to just die, and Grinchman lost his stick, and then Grinchman gets slammed into the boards by Catallo. And now some pushing and shoving as Dean and Catallo and Bent are trying to get off, and Grinchman was just standing there. Nicoletta, outlet pass for Hernandez. Hernandez has to work through the muck in front of the Mount bench. Serlin, Ferrara, Nicoletta just threw his stick at him. Penalty is going to get called. Is Nicoletta going to get called for interference?
Rockets almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
I mean.
He tried.
They want a penalty shot because it was defense of a goal-scoring opportunity.
Yes.
Yep. Peter Nicoletta tried to do what he could, but yeah, the chant is you can't do that.
Right.
You can't just be diving down and throw your stick across the ice.
Yep.
So Ryan Serlin's going to get the penalty shot here against Carson Mertz. Mertz makes the save! He stayed home at the top of the crease and then just pad stoned Ryan Serlin.
That was huge. That keeps Mount in this game.
They're going to dap the head of Carson Mertz in 20 seconds when this period ends. Hernandez the other way for Glantz. Tried to pull the trigger on it. Reels it back for Callahan. For Hernandez again. Hernandez fires one and a save made by Brodeur. Ten seconds left in this second period. Mount's going to try to probably pull one right off of this faceoff. Drops back for Will Bent. Will Bent pulls the trigger, and that one's kicked aside. Deep in the corner, trying to see if they can pull the trigger one more time. Comes back for Rumpf. Hits off of his shoulder. The horn will sound, and the period will come to an end. Scoreline stays 2-1 after 2. You're watching St. Sim's Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network. We're going to take the long commercial break as they'll resurface the ice. We'll resurface ourselves and see you back here for the third period.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way away the opportunity. Comes back in, center of the ice, open goal, and they score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and they score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and they score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and they score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and they score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and they score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and they score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and they score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and they score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and they score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and they score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and they score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in, center of the ice, open goal, and they score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boys back out in front. A shot and they score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in, center of the ice, open goal, and they score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boys back out in front. A shot and they score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in, center of the ice, open goal, and they score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boys back out in front. A shot and they score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in, center of the ice, open goal, and they score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boys back out in front. A shot and they score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in, center of the ice, open goal, and they score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boys back out in front. A shot and they score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in, center of the ice, open goal, and they score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boys back out in front. A shot and they score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice, open goal, and they score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boys back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boys back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20.
And welcome back as we get you set for third period action here on fansonlysports.com. All right, St. M's against the New Jersey Rockets. U14 action in advance of the U18 game to come following the conclusion of this one, hopefully around 2 p.m. Eastern time. Looks like we're actually fairly on time today.
There we go.
We're about 30 minutes behind schedule yesterday, and actually a little bit behind schedule on Friday as well, too. 2-1 Rockets over to the Saints. Saints on a goal from Will Bent as we start the third period of play, and there's the aforementioned Will Bent in the center of the circle. Petrowski for the Rockets knocks that one back into the deep zone. Serlin goes in a board battle for it against Berard. A board battle against Berard. How many B's can you get in this sentence?
Say that 5 times fast.
Matt Gillis alongside Brady Kudo on fansonlysports.com today as that one bounced right in front of Berger. And it gets sent all the way down for Ferrara. Ferrara tries to push that one along the backside boards. Berard is right there, sticks it away for Catallo for a second. Catallo backhanded it, tried to get it outside of the zone. Marcolini standing right there on the blue line. And then a Rockets player went down, and now the arm goes up and a penalty will be called. So the 14 of Dylan Dean's going to go to the box. 2 minutes for cross-checking. And the Maple Grove, Minnesota native will sit and think about his transgressions, and Mount will have to kill another penalty.
Oh, that is hockey territory. We got White Bear Lake, Minnesota, Maple Grove, Minnesota.
The state of hockey.
Just the state of Minnesota in general.
They call it the state of hockey, and there's a reason why. And for those who have certainly grown up around the game, obviously know. And if you've ever seen the movie Miracle, you think of the opening scene when they all arrive at camp, and it's like, you know, where are you from? Minnesota. Where are you from? Boston. Where are you from? Minnesota. Where are you from? Boston.
Maple Grove, the hometown of Jesse Ventura.
Oh, man. Wow. Jesse the Body Ventura.
Jesse the Body.
Former WWE wrestler, former governor of Minnesota.
Yes.
At one point, as that one goes flying up into the net, Bienstock threw that one on an opportunity. We'll get a face-off down in the zone to the right of Carson Mertz, who stonewalled a penalty shot from Ryan Serlin with 20 seconds left to go in the second period. And what a stop that was, and kept Mount in this game at 2-1.
I think Mount's going to get a little more aggressive in the offensive zone. I think they're taking a little too much time setting their offense up in the zone. They just got to get it on net. I mean, Max Brodeur has been sensational thus far. But I found him, if they can get him more on the right side, get to his right side, they may have a chance to tie this game.
Cross the blue line with 50 seconds left remaining in this man advantage, as that's pushed in by Schlettweg. Schlettweg again across for Hughes. Hughes and Schlettweg. And this is Chardiello and Chance Adams defensively for the Saints, not allowing for them to be able to get a puck really into the zone, as you've just seen Schlettweg and Hughes standing at the blue line, passing the puck back and forth and not having an alleyway. Popped all the way back into the neutral zone again. 15 seconds left to go on the kill. Schlettweg, Mertz, smacked away by Berard after it popped off of Mertz's glove. Glance, whistle, stoppage of play, and an offside pass. Oh, come at center ice for the faceoff. Saints out shooting the Rockets, but Rockets having the +1 on the scoreboard. Krayer battles against the 17 of Kotelnikov. Penalty is expired, and we're back to five-a-side hockey. Glance, Krayer, Berard. 3 on the left side, right in front. Mertz stretches across for 2 straight saves.
Oh.
And getting bumped into the boards, and then a little extra shove is headed the other way was Krayer, and his one was kicked aside by Brodeur. Dylan Dean for Brody Berard. Berard flings one, and that one was just high of the crossbar, 6 inches, and that thing's in.
Yeah.
Dean streaks back in. Dean fires one. That one hit off of Brodeur's bat. Berard the other way, and that one went just a little bit wide. Dumped back in by Monroe. Krayer. Dean gloved it down, couldn't turn it. Berard fires, and that's into the breadbasket, and a stoppage of play.
Great shift by Brody Berard, getting it done defensively. Coming back in the offensive zone. Couple slap shots there.
So Will Bent, along with Gannon, Britton, Monroe, and Catalo, the 5 on the ice now for the Saints. Tracked back across. Bent pulled that one off. Catalo, here's an opportunity for the Saints. Gannon's got to streak forward a little bit. Dropped it back for Benton. That one was deflected right in front of the net. Serlin and Ferrara track through. The 22 of Sean Hughes coming up with a huge block. Serlin gloves that one down for Monroe in the corner. Britton pulls it away. Drops back for Catallo. Kicked aside by Mertz. Monroe looks to clear the zone. Gets it to Catallo. Catallo will flick it up into the Mount bench, and we'll get a stoppage of play with 11 left to go. All right, St. Seb's Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network, brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information, and by Hampden Hockey Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. Fans Only Sports Network is brought to you by RR Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to train at the next level, be seen by being a part of RREliteRecruits.com. Around the backside boards. And a flick of the wrist and a hard shot that deflects off of the Zamboni doors. As Chardiello runs this one back for the Saints of Ganov right behind him. At the blue line for Potter, sent in, and that one sat on the doorstep for Evganov. Couldn't make it turn. Evganov right at the Mount bench, trying to poke it forward for Chance Adams. Came all the way back. Peeled away for a moment by Schletweg. Back for the 2 of Desidero, and then all the way down for icing. Good 1 minute of back-forth hockey as we went from 11 to 10.
I like how the Rockets have come out so far. A lot more pucks on net.
It's been Mertz standing tall and keeping this one at 2-1. Caleb Brumpf, Christian Hernandez, Brody Berard on the ice right now. Hernandez spins, backhanded attempt. Rumpf has it sitting on the doorstep, still poking at it. Rumpf again from an odd angle, and that one went wide. Hernandez, that's flicked up into the net, and we're going to get a face-off down to the right-hand side of Brodeur, but there you go. It's Christian Hernandez once again, along with Jamie Glantz and Brody Berard and Caleb Rumpf, just punching pucks at the net. They've got Ryder Kinsler out there as well. He's the 5th man on this line right now for the aforementioned Kinsler. Cross to Berard. That one did not angle the way he wanted it to. Rode up the side of the boards and hit the wall of the Rockets bench, so we'll get a whistle and a face-off back from whence we came. See if they can get the angle right this time on the deflection. Rumpf does get the angle right. Berard fires that one from the corner.
That didn't miss by much.
Kinsler was waiting for it, but instead it's taken away by Ryan Murray and the 17 in black of Kotelnikov. Kotelnikov, Glance. Hernandez right off the glass in front of some of the Mount students and had them flinching for a second. Even in this old barn of Adelaide Arena, that front row, you are still very close to the glass. Oh, yeah. And that puck will look like it's coming right at you. And this one will be a face-off down to the right-hand side of Carson Mertz. .847 left to go here in regulation. Saints still in search of the tying goal. Here goes Will Bent for Dylan Dean. Dean fired one, and that sticked aside. Came right back and bounced as Collins Bent was looking for an opportunity there, couldn't get it to go. Monroe kept it at the blue line. Catallo bounces it around the backside boards. Comes back out again looking for Will Bent. Gets taken away and moved along by the 88 of Marcolini, and a whistle and a stoppage of play. Oh, man, was that ever close.
I mean, that went right across the goal of Brodeur.
Bent to take the face-off here. Gets pulled away by Desidero. Offside called against the Rockets, and will bring the face-off back in the neutral zone once again. Will Bent, along with the 46 of Will Schlettweg, having some battles at the face-off circle all of a sudden. Catallo is going to chase this one all the way down. Brodeur is going to slap it back to the blue line. Monroe will keep it in as he ties up with his own teammate Dylan Dean. Back for Bent. Desidero for the Rockets. Tries to push that one out. Monroe is able to click it backward, and it got tied up in a bunch of traffic before it's moved along by the 55 of Petrowski. Catallo thrown into the boards. Catallo just got punched right in the face. No call from the referees. And he's slow to get up.
Yeah. I didn't see it. Was that right in the stomach?
No, he got face punched.
Oh, he got right in the face?
And Frank O'Connor on the bench is talking to the referees saying, you guys got that right? Because Catallo first got thrown into the boards, and then after he got put into the boards, then you could actually hear the clack of his cage and his helmet. And now Frank O'Connor is going to come right down at the bench, and he's gone. I think this is going to be a very, very long penalty.
I would say that has to be at least a 5.
So any contact to the face mask of a player at this level is an automatic misconduct.
Got it.
You cannot touch the face mask of a player. So the initial hit to the boards would have been one thing. That could have been a 2-minute penalty or a 5-minute major for boarding. But if you contact a player's face mask, you're done.
Yeah.
You're out of the game. Because we saw that happen last weekend where there were 2 players who got thrown out, one on each side, that got thrown out of the game because of contact to the face.
All right.
So Rockets are gonna have to put someone in the box. And they want to make sure that this is going to be a misconduct penalty as well. They are putting a player in the box, and I'm looking to see who.
So it's Matt Petrowski who has left the bench.
They put Max Juno in the box. Petrowski's gone. And it's going to be a 5-minute major penalty for the Saints. Dean fires. That one goes wide. Bent can't keep it at the blue line. This is huge with 7:25 left to go. It's a 5-minute major. They can score as many times as they can, and it's not a releasable penalty. Glance. Cycles that one around. Dylan Dean keeps it in the zone for Will Bent. Back for Dean, clicks off of his boot, goes into the corner for Chardiello. Pulled out by Crayer. Glance right off of the post. Back for Crayer. Crayer holds, sends that one for Bent, and he misfired, and it slides back into the neutral zone. Dean will pull it off of the boards and bring it back. Glance along with Bent, Chardiello, Crayer, and Dean, the 5 on the ice right now for the Saints. Fired, kicked aside by Brodeur as it came flying from the corner from Dylan Dean. They're going to go back to that corner to Dean again. Crayer looking for a backhanded, slotted across, and it got kicked aside right out of the crease of the goal. Dean, Crayer, glance to Crayer again, and he couldn't pull the trigger. Chardiello right in front of the net now. Bounced in front of him. This one can get dumped back to the blue line. Bent kept it in. Glance. Cycles around. 2 minutes almost gone by on this major penalty. Right in front, Chardiello, and Brodeur makes the save. 3:12 left to go in the man advantage. It was a 5-minute major penalty for cross-checking. Evganov, Catalo, Chance Adams, Callahan, Hernandez. Callahan, Hernandez had it bounce off of his boot. Kept at the blue line by Callahan for Catalo. Looking, holding. Back for Callahan again. Calling for it was Hernandez. He had time and space getting over there defensively with a couple of Rockets players. Serlin on Mertz. Serlin wide. Bounces back for the Rockets defense for Ryan Serlin again in the neutral zone. Serlin tries to work through Hernandez. Serlin gets thrown into the boards by Hernandez. Rockets wanted a call. They're not going to get it. For Catalo. Catalo drops that one back for Chardiello. Chardiello tries to cycle around the backside boards. He needs to get that one out up top. He'll switch with Hernandez. Hernandez will go down for the corner. Callahan has it bounce off of the boards back to the blue line for Dylan Dean. Back for Callahan again. Dean collided with the Rockets player, no call. Dean comes into the zone. Works it himself off to the corner, and the Mount team will try to set up this unit once again. Berard from distance, and that one came with a juicy rebound, and it's going to deflect off and go down, and it will be icing for the call. 1:40 left to go on the advantage, 4:20 remaining in regulation as the Saints are hunting for that tying goal.
They're close. Just Brodeur has been clutch for this Rockets team, and Rockets kind of canceling out a screen that Mount St. Charles has been using.
Bent's going to keep it in on the opposite side boards. Bent will cycle around behind. Glance. Bent comes back with it for Chardiello. Cross for Berard. Berard wanted to fire. Instead goes in the corner for Dylan Dean. Can't keep it there. Bent has to tap it at the blue line. Comes back in the neutral zone, and Berard's going to have to track back for Dean once again. Forward for Bent. Bent drags it himself. Now turns back for Glance to Bent once again, trying to slot through two Rockets players. No zone there. Glance comes back inside of the last minute to go on the power play. Glance, 360 as he goes all the way around for Berard. Berard pulls the trigger, popped off of the mask of Brodeur, and comes right back out in front. It hit right off of Brodeur's cage and came right back down in front. And Brody Berard just sent a rifle. Dean wins the faceoff. Back to Berard, slid across the blue line. Careful here, is headed the opposite way as the 17 in black. And that is Alexander Kotelnikov, and it went wide of Mertz. 30 seconds remaining on the advantage, 3 left to go in this period. You have to start thinking if this advantage goes away, you get down about another minute to go. Do you pull Carson Mertz?
I think you have to.
Dylan Dean. Hernandez. Hernandez fired one that goes high and wide, deflected off with a stick of Herzog. And we're going to get a face-off down in front of Brodeur with 3 seconds left to go in the advantage.
If you're going to pull Mertz, I think you're going to look at about 1:50. I know that sounds early.
Catallo fired one, and that got kicked aside. Kinsler, back checking, was able to flick it back into the zone for a second. Penalties expired. We're back to 5-a-side hockey. That one through traffic is knocked away into the neutral zone. Puck continues to ping-pong around as Kinsler has it along the boards in front of the Rockets bench. Kinsler gets tied up with the 36 of Serlin. Right back out in front for an opportunity for Catallo. Spinned around by Rump. Hits the corner boards, 22 on 22 as Catallo and Hughes battle each other. Through the neutral zone, Kinsler takes that one away. Ryder Kinsler cycles in. Kinsler gets hit into the boards. For Berard, Mertz is looking. He wants to go. O'Connor does not give him the signal yet. Mertz is all the way up near the center of the middle of the circles. Callahan fired one. That rung off of the edge of the post for a second. Mertz wants to go 125, and now he's going to have to backtrack as there's 2 Rockets players coming right at him. Serlin's in the offensive zone, comes back to the center. Saints need to intercept and get this puck into the zone. Kinsler with 1:10 left to go. Puck comes all the way down. Now you've got to send Mertz. It's all the way down to the corner. He's got to go. He's at the center of the circle. Now he's got to go. 6 skaters on the ice for Mount with 1 minute left to go. They've got to keep this one in carefully. Dean has it at center. Dean gets tripped. No call for the referees. All the way down. Icing called. That's going to be huge because it's going to give a face-off down to the left side of Brodeur with 49 seconds left to go. And timeout probably called by Mount. It will be a timeout. Mount's going to call a timeout. 49 seconds left to go. And a face-off coming up to Brodeur. And they got Mertz off maybe a little bit too late.
I agree. I think they really, I said about 1:50. Maybe a little too early. I would have said maybe 1:40, give the signal, and they did that. But what happened, and I think he would have come off at about that 1:20, but the problem is that Mount gave the puck away to New Jersey, and it just delayed everything. So now, I mean, you got him off. You got to just get the puck on the net.
Yeah, they got stuck hanging in the neutral zone a little bit. Serlin almost had a run down there. Kotelnikov almost had a run down there. Great job by the Saints in that center to be able to block away those opportunities so they didn't get all the way down to Mertz. And then they were able to get the Rockets to ice the puck, and they're going to get that face-off down on the left-hand side of Brodeur. 49 seconds left to go. They're going to get a good line on the ice right now. You've got Berard skating out along with Callahan. You've got the 14 of Dean, the 2 of Will Bent, the 8 of Christian Hernandez, the 17 of Jamie Glantz. It's a scorer's line on the ice right now. Bent's going to win the faceoff to the corner. Bent and Glantz working for it. Hernandez is over there. Hernandez came out with the puck. Back for Berard. Berard fires. It's deflected. Comes down in the center. Hernandez pulled it back. Hernandez cycles around. Come right out in front, and Dean couldn't turn it. For Callahan, open net on the opposite side. Berard's going to be able to pull it back. Berard, Callahan, 18 seconds left to go here in regulation. Callahan's bothered on the back side. He has to peel behind his own net. Quickly here for Berard with 8 seconds left to go. Berard gets it across. Shot! Save with 3 seconds left on a shot from Dylan Dean.
I think Hernandez took a little bit too much time. About 30 seconds ago, as New Jersey Rockets called their timeout when he was skating by Brodor's left. Took a little too much time, I think. And then Dean had the chance in front and he couldn't get it.
This has got to be a drop puck shot off of the face-off.
Yeah,
essentially.
it's going to have to be.
This is a drop puck pull back shoot right off of the face-off. I mean, to all things being, if I'm Frank O'Connor right now on the Mount bench, I'm drawing up the Mike Eruzione play. You know?
Oh, yeah, you have
This
to.
is literally like drop the puck, kick it back, and somebody just rifle one from the blue line. You know, like that's you got 3 seconds left.
Yeah.
Like that's the only way you're going to be able to pull this off.
Yes. We've seen crazy things happen before.
Well, yeah, if you tuned in last night on the U18 game against Boston Junior Eagles, they scored 2 goals on that play right there, on the drop puck back shot right off of the faceoff during last night's game. So it's like, yeah, go look at the tape from the. I mean, you don't have it right there on the bench. Here we go. This is an interesting set because Mount has everybody to the right-hand side. They're going to try to push the puck right into the center. The shot gets off, and Callahan can't get it to go, and the Rockets will win. Mount will take their first loss of the season. They'll drop to 4-1. They'll drop to 2-1 in Northeast Pac play. They're still standing in a very good position, just 2-1 on the season. You know, and Northeast Pac is a long season. That's 3 games. You've still got 10 left to go before we're in the playoffs at the end of March. This is like Champions League in soccer. It just trickles its way through the whole entire season.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is one weekend, but you come out of this one 2-1 on the weekend. You've got obviously a lot of positives to take away, and there'll be more things to work on, obviously, from this game. But to all things being, what can you do when you have a Brodeur in net?
Not much.
Like, Will Bent got a great goal. You know, they had a lot of really good opportunities. Dean had opportunities today. Hernandez had opportunities today. You know, they had the opportunities. You had a Brodeur in net and a team called New Jersey.
You had a Brodeur in net, and he had probably the best penalty kill I think we've seen thus far. They were stone cold, blocking every puck that came to net. The Rockets thoroughly, I mean, the Saints, don't get me wrong, they led in the shot department. I think the offense was better, but I mean, defense wins games at the end of the day. Rockets with a great win.
That'll do it for us here on game 1 of our 2 on today. We've got the U18s coming up against the New Jersey Rockets. That face-off time is scheduled for 2 p.m. Eastern time. It is 1:45 right now, so we're going to have a nice little break, and we will see you back here for U18 action at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And, of course, the U15s and U16s will have Northeast Pac play here at Adelard on October 1st and 2nd. For Brady Kuto, Lindsay Levine, I'm Matt Gillis. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you in about 15 minutes here on fansonlysports.com.